In 1904, a quiet British judge claimed he had cracked the source code of reality itself. Not just theories, not just philosophy. He said he had proof that the world you see, touch, and live in is nothing more than a projection of your mind. What he documented would flip science upside down. That reality is not objective, it's subjective. That there's a precise formula for manifestation. And that almost everything science believed was wrong. When you hear what he discovered about consciousness, you'll never look at life the same way again. One, meet Thomas Troward. Thomas Troward was no crystal-waving mystic. He was a respected British judge in colonial India, known for his razor-sharp logic and refusal to believe anything without proof. But one question obsessed him. What if thoughts aren't just ideas, but invisible forces shaping the world? The kind of force that could bend reality itself if you knew how to use it. 2. A scientific mind in a mystical world. Troward didn't separate science from spirit. He believed that if the physical world followed certain laws, then the mind must obey those same laws. So, he began comparing the rules of matter and the rules of thought. The deeper he dug, the more he realized science had barely scratched the surface of how reality works. 3. The law of growth. Troward wrote, "The law of growth operates from within outwards." He meant that nothing in your life starts outside. It begins inside your mind. You don't find success or love. You generate it. Just like a seed becomes a tree, a thought becomes an event, a relationship, or a fortune. 4. The Edinburgh Lectures. In 1904, Troward stepped onto a stage in Edinburgh and dropped a framework so radical, some institutions banned it. They claimed it undermined religious order. Why? Because Troward wasn't just talking about self-help. He was telling people they had God-level creative power. 5. Dangerous knowledge. He revealed that thoughts create reality. The subconscious mind is programmable. Belief shapes your biology. This was decades before modern neuroscience. He was mapping the operating system of human consciousness while the rest of the world still thought the brain was a mystery box. 6. The law of correspondence. Troward's rule was simple. Your inner world mirrors your outer world. If your life is chaos, it's because your thoughts are chaotic. If your life is full of fear, your mind is drenched in fear. He was saying, change your thoughts, and you must change your reality. 7. 100 years ahead of his time. Today, science confirms what Troward knew. Placebo effect, belief, changes biology. Quantum physics, observation, changes matter. Epigenetics, thoughts can rewrite your genes. He was shouting the truth a century before anyone had the tools to prove it. 8. The blueprint theory. Troward believed every thought is like a blueprint handed to reality. Impress a thought deeply enough onto your subconscious, and the universe will follow it like instructions. No poetry, no symbolism, just cause and effect. 9. The formula. He gave a simple equation. Thought plus emotion equals creative force. Without emotion, a thought is just paper. With emotion, it's a burning blueprint that reality can't ignore. Your feelings aren't weakness. They're the fuel that turns invisible ideas into physical events. 10. The warning. Troward explained why thoughts become things. But he also warned, unconscious thoughts are just as powerful. The subconscious mind doesn't choose. It simply builds what you feed it. Fear builds failure. Worry builds disaster. Faith builds miracles. The mind is a perfect servant or a ruthless master. 11. The autopilot trap. He discovered most people live like broken records, thinking the same 60,000 thoughts every single day. And if those thoughts are negative, life becomes a loop of the same problems on repeat. 12. Breaking the loop. His solution was a mental discipline. Visualize vividly. Feel it deeply. Repeat daily. Let go of the outcome. Today we call it neuroplasticity. Back then he called it spiritual science. 13. The legacy. Troward died in 1916, but his ideas became the foundation for legends like Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, Bob Proctor, and Rhonda Byrne. Without Troward, The Secret might never have existed. 14. Buried truth. Yet his name is almost unknown. His works were left in dusty archives, his discoveries dismissed as too radical. But if they're true, and science now says they are, then the key to changing your entire life has been hidden for over 100 years.